everybody. Welcome. It's Wednesday. I'm Nick Bonner. Cale Royer joining us today. Cale, how are you?
I'm doing all right, Nick. Just ready for this cold weather to end and uh, so we can get outside and not be stomping around in the snow or the
Yeah,
slush.
I wish my truck didn't start. Got me out of work these days, but the cold weather has been keeping me inside as well. Uh, I'm excited for today's show. We have our favorite guest of all time
Ooh.
on the show today. The most important person, in
Mm-hmm.
fact, to our business, and I'm really excited to talk to them. And who is that person today, Cale? Who is
It's
our guest?
you,
The
all the
customer.
customers. Yeah, so today we don't have a guest except for whomever wants to call in and chit chat with us a little bit. So please, if you are near a phone, which you're probably watching this with, call in. Our number is 83 Fix Trees. It will be up here on the screen in just a second. We were thinking we were just going to ask some questions and get some responses from people and perhaps give away some stuff to
We are. We
people
want
who
people
had
to
really
call in.
great
So we're
responses.
gonna incentivize it, right? So for each question, we're gonna take kind of quick calls. So what is your most fun job? What was the best training you ever had? The scariest day, how you could have made it less scary. And we're gonna Kale and I are gonna arbitrarily decide whose answer we think is the best or most interesting. And each of those people is gonna win a new Petzl Pantene click, which if you haven't been watching and heard me talk about like nonstop for the last couple of weeks, it's just an awesome new foot ascender from Petzl. We just published a video on that if you want to check it out. Before we take some calls, there's a bunch of really cool stuff on the website. I wanted to let people know that we permanently reduced the prices of almost all rope splicing. So hand splices are kind of industry priced at $30. We dropped it to 25, and machine stitches or grizzly splices, those all got reduced from 20 to 15. And I'm pretty sure it's on every single rope. We might have missed one or two, but it was unintentional if we did. So essentially all ropes are terminated cheaper now, which is kind of cool. And we also lowered the price on all of the Senna installs. So any helmet that comes with a Senna is now cheaper. We dropped that price about 5 or 10% across all the units.
Yeah.
So that was a nice thing. So a bunch of different discounts and coupons on the website. If you're interested, check that out. And we are the only place you can get this Petzl Pantene right now because we bought all of them. That's how excited we were about this. Let's take some of the questions, Cale.
Okay.
We can ask what was the first question?
So first question was, what's the most fun day you've had at work?
Cale, why don't you kick us off? We've been working together for 10 years now.
Oh
What is
boy.
the most fun day you've had in your time here?
I think I would probably have to say maybe the first Treetopia, one of those days um, that we did, because that was a wild ride and kind of a culmination of everything that we'd been doing for a while at that point. And we were working with some great people. We were out in Vallejo, California. I think it was a like super nice day. So that was just a lot of fun. We had a lot of games going on, parties and everything. And so once you were getting into that event space, there's a lot of just lead up and work up, and you're getting nervous about it and make sure that everything goes right. And then once it's finally time and you start, then like you're just chilling most of it,
You
and you get
do
to go
kind of
around and
chill
hang
and
with
go on
people.
autopilot.
Yeah, so yeah, that was super cool. That first time doing it. Um, yeah, I
Remember at Jambo like 5, we did the maybe it was 5 or 6, but we did the rigging challenge with Taylor Hamill, and in the middle of the rigging challenge, we pulled the tarp down, and there was a dummy you had to rescue, and like the whole thing was hidden, and
yep.
nobody knew. Uh, that's up there for me because that was just such a cool surprise for people, and like to see people conducting a rescue under like a real world, holy crap, this just happened circumstance. Uh, that was super fun.
Yeah, we had everybody sequestered away, and that was neat.
I've also kind of like oddly enjoyed some of the offsites we've done, like with our teams, like where we're, like we bring everybody together and you get to like just kind of casually hang out with people that you've worked with for a really long time.
Even it's a lot different for us too, because like we've been remote for a long time now.
A long time now.
So, very rarely ever actually get to see these people in person. I have a caller. Nick, do you want to see if I've got all of
is the audio going to work or the wires plugged in correctly?
All right. Hello,
hi, caller.
Caller, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hi. Who are you? What's your name?
Where's German?
Jeremy?
German.
German? What's your last name, German?
Gaitan. Gaytan.
Oh, how's it going, man? You called in today. What was the most fun day that you've had at work, and where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay, nice. What part of the state?
I am in San Pablo, California. Probably 10 minutes from where Treetopia used to take place.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I feel like we've met. Have we? We've met, right, German?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't met that many people named German in my life.
Yeah, we met at Treetopia a few times, and we met at the TCIA Expo a few times.
Awesome, that's good. Tell us what the most fun day you've had at work has been, German.
Oh man, one of the funnest days at work is actually going out there and showing the newer generation the skills you have acquired over the years. Just sharing the knowledge with them.
I like that.
Yeah. It's,
what does that look like? How do you find like that you connect with that younger generation the best?
Well, when you find this newer generation that wants to get into tree work, because it's not just work anymore. Now it's work, it's a passion, and it's honestly I feel like it's a sport as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sport. So you have to love this industry to work in this industry, because this is not a normal job. So you find some really good, passionate people, second generation tree climbers or tree workers now, that their fathers used to do it. But, when their fathers used to do it, the technology wasn't all there. So now they come in and then you show them all these new equipment, techniques, and it just, it's just new to them. When they go home thinking about it, and it just makes the whole practice of this tree industry way better.
How long have you been in the tree industry?
How long have you been in the tree industry, German?
I will say I've been in the 15 years now.
Nice. Well, I think it's really exemplary that you recognize that time working on the new generation as the best of your time spent out there in the field. And those people that you're working with, they're lucky to have somebody that feels that way, right? Because that's not always a guarantee. We really appreciate you calling in today. Cale, we got any more callers?
Not right now, but go ahead.
Not yet.
No, go ahead and send me an email live@treestuff.com with your name and your address, and I'll definitely get you something set out.
We'll get you in the running. Right now, German has won a Pantene if nobody else calls in, but if somebody else calls in and shares with us what the most fun day that you've had at work, Cale and I are going to pick somebody. German, I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for calling.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Cheers, buddy.
Right.
Nice guy. I knew I'd met him. There aren't that many guys named German. In California, probably.
That's one of the things about doing events that I very quickly found difficult and a little bit stressful. Is just remembering people's names.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Very, very hard to do. And every time as a vendor that you show up to an event like an expo, you are not only just meeting all the customers and everybody else that you're hanging out with, but you're also, that's kind of the time when different companies get together and chat with everyone. So,
I
we're
don't even
having
know my
dinners with
neighbors'
people from
names.
Buckingham and other people that we don't get to see very often from different places. It's just overwhelming sometimes.
I don't even know my neighbors' names. So like massively onboarding 100 new names a day or 200 names a day
Yeah.
is essentially a failed experiment for me. I try, but sometimes they really stick out. So in this case, that was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have some more callers. We've got a couple different questions today, and you can win a Petzl Pantene by calling in.
Do you want to show the Pantene while we're waiting for somebody to call?
Show the Pantene. This is the Click. This is the new one that we're giving away. You've got on the business end a toothed cam ascender. It comes with the finger lockout or thumb lockout switch that you would expect here. It's kind of standard toothed cam. You can see that in there. But what's really special about this bad boy is this like TPU kind of plate here. It's flexible. We just made a video that's on the YouTube, Cale. I don't know if you saw that one, but
I did. I saw it multiple times.
That one? I don't know if you noticed, but it's got this ratchet system, and it's real easy. You can just like push it in there, or you can like actually do your little clicking to get it to go up. But super duper stable. The ratchet's mounted on like a little riveted swivel in here, so you can see it moving. That like lets you get it set up on kind of the perfect line. See, I always struggle to put these things on when they're not on my foot. It's like putting a set of spurs on. Sometimes you put them on backwards and you haven't done it in a while, right? So you can see it's nice lightweight webbing here, right? Where it's got the webbing material, but then the ratcheting is that like black plastic stuff that's like that nylon glass filled. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Company, the the number to call to talk to us is 833-498-7337. Do not call
customer service
WhatsApp that people are posting, as that is not us.
Are we getting hacked?
Somebody else, possibly. But
I love it.
Yeah, thank you, National Landscape. Give us a call. National Tree Care and Landscape. You want a shout out? You got to call us and talk to us.
And to the hackers who are trying to scam our customers, I hope you step on Legos and choke on your food every day forever.
Here we go. We got a caller.
I hope your kids don't get into good schools. Yeah.
And they step on Legos. All right.
Yeah, and screw the scammers, man.
Here we go. We have somebody, might be Joshua Carver. Hello and welcome to the live stream.
Hey, how's it going?
Going all right. Who is this?
My name's Josh. I actually met you guys at the TCIA show here in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah. Great. What'd you think of the show?
Yeah, I got a picture with Nick.
I think, yeah, we got a lot of pictures. Were you
I just emailed him the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that email. What's up, Josh?
Hey, what's up, man?
How did the show turn out for you? What'd you think of it overall?
It was awesome. I'm in a different industry. I kind of got into this. We had a layoff at work, and I think I told you I kind of had some tree work I needed done, and basically the big guys wanted an arm and a leg, and a guy that used to climb for him just wanted a leg, and he told me, you can go to TreeStuff, buy all the stuff you need, and do it for less than what I would ask. And that's kind of how I broke into it. But the show for me was awesome because just a lot of knowledgeable people. I got to meet guys that were sponsored. Everybody's asking if I'm going to ARB Expo or the Arbo. What is it? The Arbo Expo?
Mm-hmm.
Arbo Fest, ARB Fest.
Yeah, there's also.
And I'm thinking about doing it because it's the training side versus the come check out the new stuff. But the show was awesome. It was a lot to take in. I only came 2 days. I didn't make it Saturday. But I mean, the TreeStuff booth was packed with that that game looked fun. So the human
Did you do it?
claw. I didn't get to do it. There were so many people online, and it was my first one, and I just wanted to hit everything, and I was waiting for the line to die down, and it never did.
Oh, well, Josh, guess what? You just won a fast pass. Okay, go ahead, print out a little piece of paper at home, write Claw Game Fast Pass on it, and sign my name on it. Next time you show up at the Claw Game, you say, "I'm Josh Carver, and I've got a fast pass." We'll put you right in.
Cool.
Okay?
All right.
But you have to have the official
that.
thing. I need you to print it off and make one. It's very official. Okay.
Make it look legit. Don't use a crayon.
Yeah, make it look legit.
But no, it was cool. I mean, I think everybody was having a blast, and no, I was just trying to hit the show. Everybody was there, and it's neat to see all the new products. There's a lot of stuff you can win there, a lot of raffles. Somebody won a chipper. I mean, that was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
They gave away a bandit
We gave
chipper.
away a stump grinder once as a prize for Jambo
what now?
2. We gave away like one of those little handheld stump grinders, but it was like a $5,000 item as a prize.
Oh man,
Jambo 2. Jacob Sauer won it. I remember that.
Yeah, so many chainsaws were won. There was so much stuff going on. It was an awesome show.
What
Tell us,
industry are
what's
you
the
in?
most? Oh yeah, what industry are you
What's
in?
that?
What industry are you in, Josh?
I'm by trade. I'm a gunsmith. I know it's kind of weird. It's not really a part of this, but we had a layoff at my work, and so I wound up. I was kind of interested in, like I said, I had a tree that needed to be done. It was going to damage my neighbor's fence, so I started watching all your videos, watching all the Arbo Space is another one, but mainly a lot of tree stuff, a lot of stuff with Nick, just like what to buy, what to get, and made my first big order with you guys, and still use that stuff, you know. So
Nice.
but yeah, like I said, we had a layoff. We wound up getting back to it. Plus, I do a lot of charity work. I think I told you about that. We had the tornadoes up here, so like the American Legion Post and a lot of the people that were affected that are members of the Legion Post. I went up and did work for them. A lot of it on the ground, a lot of it climbing. But to me, it's like a hobby. I'm a disabled vet, so this is kind of like my get out, have fun, help people out kind of deal. And so I'm just trying to get into SRS, and I saw that new foot extender. I was like, man, that thing's nice. I ought to call in. So, but no, to get to the point, my favorite day at work was there was a guy I met through a church event. He does, it's kind of like a general contractor, but he does tree stuff. And he's like, oh, you climb? And I'm like, well, I learned how. And I mean, I haven't really done anything official yet. And he's like, well, meet me up here, and on Monday, I need you to pull a chipper, and you can climb, and we'll use your truck to pull the chipper. And rigged out it was a pretty tall dead ash tree over a big metal fence. I couldn't really screw up, and luckily I had everything I needed and all the videos I watched, and like I said, a lot of the Nick and a lot of the tree stuff videos and some others, but was able to get down a ash tree safely by myself. And after I got done climbing, I actually helped all the ground crew. So
cool.
I love hearing that.
That was pretty
there's
fulfilling for me to see it and then go do it.
I love hearing that. You know, there's a lot of gatekeeping, right? And people shouldn't be amateurs, you know, amateur hour, you know, half cut price Harry, all this stuff. And you know what? I don't have time for all that. I got into tree work doing side work. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah. Right. I knew I was trying to
somewhere. You don't get experience if you don't get in the game, and if you treat people bad and you don't teach them, or you know, it doesn't make anything any better. So gatekeeping doesn't help. Oh, I didn't start at a tree company. Most of these guys want you to go full time. I just needed some part-time stuff. So luckily I ran into a guy that kind of does a little bit of everything. He'll build your deck, he'll cut your tree down. So but it turned out great. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, that was 24. We had a layoff and got into it, and then like I said, just making sure everybody was safe. A lot of the side guys hadn't done tree work before, so I'm like, hey, watch out, it's coming down. You know, I had to kind of be paying attention for everybody, if that makes sense. And
Josh,
here, untie this and then bring it back up.
Question. I want to know what kind of gunsmith you are. Do you work like in customization, or do you work for like one of the manufacturers in like a factory setting, or like at a
So I got a weird job. So I used to do just kind of like general at a store. And then I got hit up to, we deal with evidence stuff now. So I'm not really what I call front facing. I don't really have a customer. So we deal with the evidence, and it's kind of a weird job. There's not a lot of it's actually we're like the only business that does it. But anyways, so what happened was we had lost half of our estate, decided not to use us anymore, and we lost kind of half of our
Got it. So forensics
product
work,
flow. So they were like, all right, layoffs. And then I just happened to meet this guy at the same time, and I was really enjoying getting out and getting active. I had an injury. I fell down some steps and had my arm ripped open on like a kind of a janky stairwell at my old work. And so part of this has also helped me get back into shape. So anyways, so yeah, that's what I do. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. I do have a degree in it, so I like doing it. But the tree stuff, to me, it's a hobby that I can, like I said, help people out. Or if I need to make it a career. I turned 40 this year, so it's a good way to stay healthy and active, you know. But
I stopped counting at 40.
But no, I don't necessarily do anything. I used to do all that stuff, but now it's different. It's kind of what the job requires. But yeah, when I worked at the store, man, I'd hook your stuff up. I'd make it look like Call of Duty, and everything would be done right. And, you know, kind of like in the Nazi products, I have a lifetime warranty. If I said I did it and it don't work right, bring it back. I take care of it. I don't charge any extra. So
I think if your gun fails, you may not be alive anymore, but because you needed it, right? It was anyways. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your story with us, Josh. It was really interesting to learn about it. And, you know, I think, in a lot of ways you exemplify the tree care customer, right? You're, you know, a gunsmith, right? Just guy working another job, you know, for whatever reason, you break into tree care and now you're doing it. You know, that is a story of so many tree workers out there coming from different fields. So congratulations to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And
thanks so much. And yeah, we're going to look for another caller. I think we should probably move to our next question. So we get all three
Josh,
questions.
go ahead and send an email to live@treestuff.com. And I'll make sure I definitely get you something.
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Josh.
All right. Next question. What's the best arborist training you have received? So this could be like, you know, piece of advice, the best class that you've been in, you know, what really got you there. I already have something from National Tree Care. They're probably calling to ask or calling about the first question. Let's see.
We're going to make a pivot. National Tree Care, how are you today?
Oh, not yet.
Oh.
Now. Hello.
National Tree Care. Hi.
Hey, Nick, Cale, big fans of you too. I really support what you guys got going on.
Great. That's great to hear. Who is this?
This is Daniel with National Tree Care and Landscape. Cale did my my sticker design. I was really impressed with what the final product you pushed out for me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From the Black Friday promotion.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. You know, we do these really wild and creative promos sometimes. Instead of offering discount, we'll try to do stuff to like get people excited, like make your own, like have Cale make your sticker for you. And it's so exciting. Sometimes I feel like that stuff's kind of foolish, but when we hear from people that took advantage of it, it's always really nice. Tell us, Danny, how long have you been in tree care?
One story I wanted. You know, I was actually born into the business, a proud second generation owner.
Yes, I love that. And you're a business owner, I heard you say?
15 years.
That's great.
Yeah, I started off really young. I remember during while I was in school, I was still out there, not necessarily cold door sales, but dropping business cards, trying to promote the business. Located down in Southern California. To your previous question, really heartfelt moment with the client. She was actually deaf. She was actually blind. And just going about her property and walking through with her and her giving me the confidence of caring for her trees and me explaining what was going on and what was expected with the final product. It was just a touching situation for me.
That is pretty cool.
That's a very
Yeah.
nice story, Danny.
Yeah.
So the woman was
Yeah.
blind,
And then
and she wanted you to take care of her trees. What were some of the concerns that she had about her trees?
you know, it was she knew what she was dealing with. She was getting of age and losing sight. So clearly she had that property for quite some time, and she really had that sentimental value with those trees on her property, and she knew she just wanted them cared for, and she gave me the confidence. She was unfortunately felt like she was being scammed by the contractor that went to go see her beforehand, and well, it was touching to know that I was there to help, and I did go the extra mile for her, and it was just a nice situation. Really brought me a lot of peace.
That is nice. You know, tree work's kind of take what you get situation a lot of times anyways, right? So the customer's putting trust in you that you're going to do it, because, you know, once you do it, you're like, well, it's done, you know, there it is. But this customer really, like, not only did she trust you to do the work, but she trusted your word on that it was done, and that must have felt like a really nice moment.
Yeah.
Let me ask you our second question too, Danny. What was the best training that you've ever received as an arborist? You've been in the business your whole life.
So before I found you guys at TreeStuff, I noticed your logo. I found it actually on a bucket truck I purchased from San Francisco, and it came on the door for one of the pruners. And I always wondered, hey, what is that brand? You know, it just had the sticker with the heart and the tree. I was like, hey, that thing is pretty cool. I looked a little bit more into it online, and then I ended up finding TreeStuff. Previously, I was shopping at a arborist lawnmower supply store called B&M over here in Anaheim. And I met Josh, a certified arborist there, and previously he would work with my father a lot on purchases and questions, and he tuned me in quite a bit, and we built a relationship right there at B&M. But once I found you guys over at TreeStuff, you know, it was really competitive prices, and just the online shopping experience is really enjoyable.
Man, I'm gonna have to send this call to my boss. I feel like I paid you to say that, Danny. Thank you so much. That's really kind. You know.
Yeah, I'm always purchasing, emailing you guys, and you know, I really do love what you guys got going on over there and the way you project yourselves.
Well, thank you so much, Danny. You know, I learned how to be an arborist from YouTube videos, and I remember, you know, much like our last caller said, doing work that I had seen on a video the day before and feeling not confident, but at least like, you know, hey, I got to do this. I don't know how else I'm going to earn money today. And yeah, you know, giving back to people is something that Cale and I have been really focused on all these years, and trying to create all that content. So hearing that it's meaningful to people really means a lot. It really does. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. All that hard work isn't going unnoticed, man. You know, keep doing your thing, and stay happy and stay healthy.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Danny. If you ever need anything, you can email me directly, nick@treestuff.com. It goes for anybody that's listening. I guess you can always reach out to me. But thank you so much for calling in today and sharing your answers to both of our two questions. We're going to look for some more callers to call 833-498-7337 and tell us what's the best arborist training you've received. Cale is going to pick a person for each question and give them a Petzl PANTIN click. But Cale, I want to get your answer to this question. You've been doing this job for, like we said, almost a decade now or more. What's the best training you've received, or the best thing you've learned on the job in all those years? Cale had no idea I was going to make him answer the question.
So I figured. So
you did? Am I that predictable?
Yeah, in the arborist space, it'd have to be the Tree U Certified Arborist Prep course.
Yeah.
Because I edited that. It was what,
you
12
shot,
hours.
Produced, scripted, edited. You did like the whole thing.
So I was there with Lindsay as we filmed it, and then compiled everything together, and yeah, just like incredible, taking it from the very beginning of like, this is soil and this is what soil does to a tree, why it's necessary, and then taking that all the way through like you know, storm cleanup and things like that. So that was definitely the best. I feel like it's
It's a very
cheating a little bit.
salesy answer, though, Cale. I mean,
It
way
is
to
a very
shill
salesy answer.
a product with your answer. Come on, man.
The
What was the best that doesn't involve people buying something?
the webinars,
The
obviously.
webinar. Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of really good climbing webinars that are very interesting. For me, as somebody who doesn't actually go up and climb all the time, not that useful, frankly. But I think with a lot of the plant healthcare webinars that we've had, some of the pruning webinars where we can actually go in and where we're talking about how to you know, how to see the different problems. I see girdling roots everywhere. I see people who've planted their trees wrong all over the place. I told my neighbor a couple of streets down, when she got a new tree planted, that she was going to have to contact whomever put the tree in for them and get her a new tree. Because I was like, you're going to have to hire somebody to come in and do structural pruning on that. That's going to be something you pay for years and years. It's not planted at the right height and it's falling over. And so she was actually able to get a refund and get them to come out and put a new tree in. So that was pretty cool.
I hope that Lindsay or Nick or some of the people that have contributed to like the trainings that you were discussing, I wish they could hear that. I hope they hear that they're listening and they hear you say that, because to know that they took you, who's essentially a lay person, right, and instilled that knowledge and equipped you to take those actions is really impressive. Real quick for me, remember when you and me went to Petzl and we met Steve and he told us all those stories about like how he knew he was a rescue professional and like the time with his mom and like tent poling on the mountain? That wasn't like direct training, but he was a trainer and we were in a training facility and I felt like I was in class. That guy, like just thinking about him, like the vision of him gives me chills. What an absolute stud this guy is. And to like hear him talk about, I mean, the guy's done 1,000 rescues in the Wasatch Range.
Wow.
1,000 rescues. That's 1,000 people that aren't dead that should be dead. And thanks to Steve, they're not. That's wild.
Right,
so that was really
cool.
Oh, we do. Hit it.
Hello, caller. Can you hear us?
What do you have to say for yourself?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Hi.
Who is this?
This is Ronald.
Hi, Ronald. How are you? Where are you from?
California.
We're popular with California. Maybe we should move the show earlier on the East Coast. Ronald, tell us, how long have you been in tree care and what kind of tree work do you do? Do you own a business? Do you work for somebody? Do you work in utility?
So I've been in business for a little over 12 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You own your own business and you do like residential tree care?
We do both residential, commercial, and even city work.
Nice. How many crews do you have?
2.
2 crews. Very cool. You have plans to grow beyond that? You have like your sights set on a 3rd crew?
Absolutely. The goal is to get at least 5 crews running.
Oh, wow.
4 of which will be in the tree care and 1 for the PHC.
Oh, cool. Is one of your 2 crews PHC now, or is that one you're looking to add?
That's what's partially running. So that one's half.
Oh, that's really cool. You know, interestingly enough, I wish you the best of luck. Anecdotally, of all the business owners that I've met over the years, they've all expressed to me, or a lot of them have expressed to me, that going from 2 to 3 was the hardest jump kind of in that range. Like 1 to 2 was pretty easy. 3+ was pretty easy. But a lot of people struggled with that 2 to 3 as they kind of switched from being the like core operator to the core manager. So definitely watch your step as you do that. You know, take your time for sure.
I appreciate
wanted
it.
to ask you, what's the best arborist training that you've received, Ronald?
Best training that I have received, I would say the level 3 advanced decay.
Of what?
Advanced decay.
Oh, level 3.
I don't know what that
advanced
is. Can you
decay.
tell me more?
I'm sorry, I had a different voice. I had two people talk at the same time.
You said it was level 3 of advanced what?
Advanced decay. Decay detection.
Okay, can you tell me what that is?
Yeah, so the class was, just basically what it was. It was just, how to use more than just basic tools to find the extent or to find any existing decay or rot in the interior of the trees. Or the base
I
of the trees.
understand. And are you using like sounding hammers, or have you used like one of those like tree sonic wavelength detectors?
So they had a resistograph. They also had a air spate.
Very cool.
What's
We have a
cool.
product
Pretty
that
cool
is like
stuff.
that has like the sound waves that go through the tree. It's not like a resistograph from IML is like a drill that goes in and measures the torque that the drill requires to take the wood out. But there's this really neat product called the Sonic thing that we sell that has just always fascinated me.
They had that as well. They had that as well.
That
on the ground.
it's pricey, but it's always been a really cool product.
What is it about that class that? Yeah. What is it about that training that really stood out?
What really stood out is, just I would say the fact that you can use something more than just a hammer or a mallet to really determine the extent and really get like a 3D picture of what the decay actually looks on the inside.
Is that something that has really impacted your business and what you do on a day-to-day level?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a consulting arborist, Ronald? Like an American Society of Consulting Arborists?
I'm not. I'm not with ASCA. No, that's something that I had thought about doing, but not at the moment.
Can I give you just a piece of like unsolicited advice? If you know what ASCA is and you found a class about tree decay interesting, you should go for it. You can make a ton of money through ASCA, right? And there are, like, if we think about like the tranches of tree guys, right, or like the stratifications of them, there are a very small number that are interested in tree decay in the level that you've expressed, who have considered doing ASCA and know what it is, right? Just go for it. Right. Put yourself into that rarefied air, right? Level yourself up. Increase the amount of services that you can do that don't require carrying heavy trash out of people's yards, aka logs.
Oh yeah, that's definitely my goal.
Dude, you should totally go for this. ASCA is one of those things where time in matters, right? Experience, right? Get in early and start building that network up. There's all sorts of work through ASCA that's really interesting and really well paying.
Yeah, no. That's definitely within my goal. It's just not at the moment. That's probably I would say probably in the next 5 years. That will be my goal. Within
Have you done
5 years to get that. I do want to become a BMA board master certified arborist first.
Yep.
And then I got other goals that I want to accomplish before going after that ASCA consultant arborist.
What about track? Have you done track? Tree risk assessment qualification?
Yes, I am. I am qualified for that.
And that's integrated in your business currently?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, that's great. I love to hear that. Can you share with us a little, like, what do you think of track? Like, how do you use it to make money for your business and for your employees?
Well, like I say, we do a lot of city work, and so some of these trees that the city comes and wants to get a bid to remove, you have to have an arborist report, but also have someone that is qualified in the tree risk. And so, that also adds to the report.
Bingo. Ronald, thank you so much for calling and sharing your take on this for me. It's really refreshing to hear people that are so invested in like the academic side of tree care. I really thought it was cool that you liked the decay class. And yeah, I want to move on to some other callers and just keep talking here, but thank you so much for calling.
Yeah. Go ahead and send me an email live@treestuff.com too. And I'll get you
I'm
something.
sorry, you cut off. Can you say that again?
Yep, send me an email live@treestuff.com and I'll get you something too.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me out here.
Of course.
Thanks. Ronald.
Bye.
My good friend Arch, who lives in Pittsburgh, Cale, you know Arch. He's been doing a lot of work for the cities too, right? And he's track and ASCA. And I was talking to him the other day, and he said, Nick, he's like, these people that I do work for in the city, they don't know anything about trees or tree care necessarily, right? But what they want are people that aren't gonna get them fired. Right? Like it is this whole bureaucracy, right, of people that are looking to cover their butts, right, and do work that's justifiable. And he's like, and I fill that need by being good at paperwork and answering phone calls and writing reports that justify what I've done. He's like, and once I figured that out, he's like, price isn't part of the question.
No.
He's like, I just charge whatever I want, essentially, right? And like, they're willing to pay this because I'm a level of professionalism that other people can't meet. Look at Joe Russell, right? Same deal, right? Figured out how to play the game at the municipalities. That's what Ronald was just telling us, working with the city, right? Using track. This is the career path that if you're looking for an exit from tree care one day as an owner, this is how you get there. So Ronald, thank you so much for sharing that with us. If you can find where we've talked to Arch on phone calls before on webinars, you should check that out as well on the channel.
Yeah.
Cale, what's our third question? Sorry, what's our third question? And then go ahead.
What's the scariest climb or job that you have done? And we're looking to, we want to know how that became a learning experience and what you used from that experience as well. So if you've got a scary time on the job, go ahead and give us a call, 833-498-7337.
I was always scared when I didn't know what I was doing, right? Or like when I did something that I knew was wrong, and then the outcome scared me. Like when I made a huge cut off a ladder and the limb smashed the ladder out from underneath me, like surprise, right?
I'm scared to get on a ladder just at all.
Ladders are terrifying in general. But yeah, I think for me, like the scariest thing that I've ever done was something I didn't do, right? Like I'm terrified of electricity, like total wuss, right? I don't understand it. It's like magic to me. It can go through like all sorts of different surfaces and like just murder you, right? So I don't mess with it. And the first tree service that I ever worked for, I actually quit and walked off a job site because they wanted me to they wanted me to prune a tree that was where a limb in the tree was deflecting a power line. And I just wouldn't do it because I was terrified of the electricity and kind of also just like standing on principle. I didn't think like that touching the tree was going to shock me, but I wouldn't even touch the tree. I was like, I'm not climbing any of it. The power line was probably deflected 3 or 4 feet. So like, it's not like the contact was in doubt. And yeah, I think, for me, that was the most scared that I'd ever been because it actually caused me to not take action. And I honestly, it was a really important moment for me in my career. It's what led me to get my job at Davy Tree, which was just a really transformative experience for me working for one of the big tree services. And yeah, that all put me on my path here today. So kind of bittersweet.
Are we allowing people to call twice? Sure. There you go.
Somebody's blowing up my email though.
That's always a good sign.
Right. Ding, 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 ding,
at
ding.
12:46 on a Wednesday when you're getting a whole bunch of those. Yeah, give us a call. 833-498-7337. And
Oh, you don't have a two-timer on the line. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to call in twice. We want to get some new blood, but if you're hanging on the line, we'll answer, I guess.
yeah, he did. He asked. He asked in the chat. Oh, here we go. This is not.
Oh, well, then, yeah, call in.
timer.
Who is it? Is it Josh again?
It is not. Let's see who it is. Hello, caller. Who is this?
This is Brian Bailey.
Hi, Brian. How's it going today?
Good. How you doing? Is this Cale?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, good to see. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank
And
you
I'm
for
Nick.
calling in. Yeah, and this is Nick. I'm sure you've heard of him before.
Hey, Nick. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Where
Good.
are
I miss
from?
you guys. This is Brian Bailey, Victor's dad, and met you guys several times at Treetopia.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Just wanted to call and say hello and thank you. And thank you for all the great things you did for the family and all the growth that we got from going to Treetopia.
Well, of
All the
course.
things we learned.
How old is Victor?
Victor is now 14. Tall. Growing like a weed. Look up at him now.
That's great.
He's
I
a
love,
foot locking
you know,
machine.
I love how it's a family business and seeing people bring their kids along. I don't
Yep.
think my kids are going to be interested in tree work. My son's not much for physical difficulty, but we'll see. Maybe he'll grow into it.
Try to keep
Tell
it
us,
up.
what's the scariest?
He tried to... Go ahead, Nick.
Tell us what's the scariest thing you've encountered at work, and more importantly, what you did to make it less scary, right? Because if you're truly scared of something, we probably shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. But the training, the scariest climb I ever did was probably 140-foot Ponderosa, and it had been limbed down at the base. So it was one of my earlier climbs, and I climbed up, and the rope just turned black with pitch. So going up, no problem. I get up to the top, and it's like nothing moves. So
That's terrible.
Just
And what did you do then?
based
How
on
did you remedy?
backup systems. I had I ended up using a 8 plate to come down, which
Oh, you had a
Worked
figure
out.
8, a backup figure 8.
had a figure 8 plate,
Oh,
like
that's
a Rescue
exciting.
8 plate. My main background was fire service, and so I had a bit of background with ropes and rope rescue, and that added to everything you guys taught me.
You were like a 2-on, 1-off fireman,
Yeah.
or 1-on, 2-off, whatever it is.
Yep. 33 years.
And you built the tree
Yeah.
work as like a side gig to that.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
should have been a fireman. What a gig
Keep
that is.
busy, and yeah, it's great gig for a fireman.
You hear about all these firemen who are like also electricians or like also plumbers, and like they just have 2 jobs. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, you
That's
have
great.
to have so much knowledge. With me, it was easy. I had we had some wet snow and some wet tree weather happen, and the treetops were falling and breaking, and it was a natural choice to you hire someone or just buy the gear and advance the training that I'd already had. So it was a no-brainer. Get some
Awesome.
gear
Well,
and learn
thank
to
you,
climb, and the kids all watched, and now my son Seth, who did took 4th in the footlocking for you guys last time in Vallejo.
Yeah,
He's blossomed. He's a beast.
well, that's great.
So
That's
very,
really
very
exciting.
grateful for all you taught. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. We're coming up on the end of our show here. And I know that Cale has a couple other segments. He's got a /win where he's going to give some stuff away. And I think he's going to pick a couple of people to give a panting away from calling in today and sharing their experience with us. So yeah, to everybody that called in today, thank you so much. We didn't have a guest today, but you guys really filled the need very well. We've got Ox next week, right, Cale?
I believe so.
It's going to be fun.
Go ahead and send me an email live@treestuff.com, and I will get you something, okay?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you.
Pleasure to talk to you. I miss you guys out here at Vallejo. I hope you come back.
Yep.
We're going to try to get back out there, my friend. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Who should we choose to win?
Oh, boy. I'm going to let you choose. I don't like to play favorites.
Oh, me neither. I really liked Daniel's. Oh, we have another caller.
Oh, let's see who it is.
I believe. Hello. Who are we talking to? Hello?
Look, this is German again.
Hey, German.
German. What's up, man?
Yes. Hey, man,
You
I
wanna
just
tell
seen
us
that
about the
question. I
scariest-
had to answer it. I don't care if I just want to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. So we're from California, right? And we have a lot of palm trees here. I know here for us in California, it's typical but for other states, they don't know nothing about palm trees. It's completely different, right? So we did a job for this cemetery, a very, very famous cemetery here, Evergreen. It's very, very famous. Old cemetery. Tombstones about between 3 to 5 feet tall. We removed the palm tree that was dead. It's been dead for a while. And palm trees, they're a grass, they're not a tree, essentially.
Mhm.
So, when they die, they rot really easily. And
Yep.
it's just, they turn into dust, basically. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. Turns into
Okay.
dust. I'm with you.
Okay. So there was this dead palm tree about 50 feet tall, a Canary Island palm tree. It was dead. The top had blown off already. There was no way of getting a bucket truck or a crane, not even a spider lift. We couldn't even set up a spider lift because of these tombstones, how tall they were. We couldn't even drive it in there. And we had to climb it. So the way I approached it is I put a line up in 2 palm trees next to it. It was a row of palm trees. And on the middle of that line, I put a climbing hitch micro pulley where I put my climbing line. So I could go up through the middle of the rope and have all my weight on the rope that was attached to the palm trees on the side. And when we were cutting down that palm tree in pieces, as soon as it was hitting the ground, it would just explode into dust. So we were literally just raking dust the whole day.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, like
I remember watching the
You put
video
your
of Ace, of Graham. What's his name from Ace? Like 10 years ago when he was like pulling that eucalyptus tree down and it was just crumbling. So that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Is there anything that
Yeah,
you
those
learned
palm trees.
from that experience that you then put into action?
So yeah,
Is that-
actually, we've put that in action multiple times now. Where if there's a dead tree, it's been there for a while and it's not really that safe to climb, or you're just having second doubts, we'll try to put like a floating block or a static line up above from neighboring trees to have your weight on that rope and not be tied up to the same tree that's unsafe to climb.
That makes sense.
German, thanks for calling and sharing the story about using
Yep.
a high line to defeat a scary palm tree. I think that's a great note for us to end on today. And what I would say is like, look, nobody is forced to keep their body next to a dead or hazardous tree, right? The risk that hazard trees present are almost entirely to property. And there's no job that's worth my life or worth your life. And if you feel unequipped to do it or your business is unequipped to do it, just walk away, right? Let somebody else do it that has better equipment, better people. Maybe they're dumber than you. I don't know, but like, just walk away. If you're approaching this job and you're like, this is it, this is the scariest job I've ever done, you should walk away from that job, right? Or do what German did, take the time to build a system that mitigates that risk, right? And charge for it, charge more.
Mhm.
But if you end up on a job where you're upside down on the bid, oh well, lose money or walk away from the job. Don't do it unsafe or in a scary way just to get through the day. That's what I would ask people. I've led my whole career that way, and it worked out for me, and I'm sure it'll work out for you too.
Thank you everybody for calling. I think so. What we're going to do for the first question, I really like Daniel Luna talking about his blind customer and working with them. Ronald talking about getting into advanced decay detection. We'll give him one, and then I think we'll go with Germans for talking about his dead palms. But got another caller.
This is our last caller, though, because I do have to leave. My wife has brought me 2 plates of food that have gotten cold.
Yes.
I got to eat my lunch.
Last caller. Hello, last caller. How are you doing today?
Oh, hey, fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. Who are you? Where are you from?
My name's Roger. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Roger, you sound very handsome, I got to say.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Listen to that voice. Like Roger sounds like he looks like James Bond.
All right. I'm totally going to replay this for my girl.
There you go.
Roger, tell us, what kind of tree work do you do and how long have you been doing it?
So I started a tree company, let's see, 2 years ago. I was a roofing contractor, and my partner died a little bit towards the end of tail end of COVID. He was hypochondriac, so he would be going to the doctor looking for problems, and you look hard enough, you're going to start finding stuff, and then go through treatments to the point where your body just gives up. And he was older, so after that, kind of crumbled apart, I decided to go into trees because I did that with a guy who owned another tree company before that, and so I just started my own and been doing that ever since.
Something more logical about carrying wood down than carrying shingles up, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate you taking my call. I'm sorry that I called in. I caught the show so late because you guys, I saw that you started a while ago. And
That's okay.
Kind of bummed that I didn't get to listen to what everybody said.
Do you want to share an answer to one of the 3 questions that we asked today? Best training, most fun, scariest day?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You want to pick one of the 3 questions and answer it? You could do most fun, scariest day, or best training.
Sure. Most fun, best day.
High pressure.
Let's see. Yeah, high pressure. Most scariest day. Scariest day on a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Scariest day. I got stuck in a tree by myself on a job, and it was about 114 outside.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, all the times that you guys talked about having a lifeline, like a way to get out of the tree, I could just tell you from personal experience, that's a thing. You better have that lifeline. You better have a way to get out of the tree if you're by yourself, especially, because, it's not ideal to be doing tree work by yourself, but, I had to do it for a while. And
I got to ask, did you spur up that tree without a rope, or did you drop your rope while you were up there?
No. So when I started the tree outfit, like a lot of guys, I started my company on basically no budget. You're just buying equipment as you go. And I didn't have money just to, buy all the equipment at once. So, I started off with a buddy's like used harness, and I had no access lines. So I was gapping up trees and then watching for sales to get an access line or a rope. And then I finally got like an 8mm fire escape rope. And that's all I had.
That terrifies me.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you're okay.
Yeah, it was gnarly. It was like, and I think I was more so than dying in the tree. I think I was more like, please, I hope nobody's filming me in this tree right now.
Right.
Just like, please,
I'm
just
not
don't
going
come
to,
back on me.
I'm in no position to judge, but I do want to say that, using lines at that diameter of 8 millimeters, not recommended for tree care, can definitely be unsafe. I did tree work using a rock climbing rope once, right? I'm not trying to play like, highfalutin nothing to anybody, but yeah, some of the risks that we took when we were younger, other people should try not to replicate for sure. But I got a lot of respect for people breaking into the industry. I keep saying that. So thanks so much for calling and sharing that with us. I do got to give away some money and then end the show. Maybe you can give us a call at a future show.
Well, I was actually calling just to ask a few quick questions if I could.
Oh, okay, go ahead, hit me.
I'll make them quick. So the first question is, Jamie Merritt, the guy who made the akimbo.
I do know Jamie fairly well.
Yeah, I know. I saw from your past episodes. When you invent something for tree care, what is the best way to go about, pitching that idea to manufacturers in the U.S. and hopefully landing something kind of the same way Jamie did?
Great question. So I'll tell you, there are very few people that earn a measurable amount of money from the downstream result of their arborist invention. Yeah. Most arborist ideas are, in fact, systems of products, right? Take the Apta, for example, right? It was an idea of mine, right? Like, did I make something or did I combine a bunch of parts that were already available, right? And into a system. That said, if you're interested in sharing an idea with a company, it doesn't matter if it's our company or anybody's company, you don't actually want to share the idea with them. What you want to do is you want to tell them in as much detail as you can the problem that you're trying to solve, right? So you send me an email and you're like, oh, I have this product that allows users to cut limbs that are higher than they can reach. And it, helps extend the user's reach. And I go, that's really interesting, but we're actually working on something like that. It's called a pole pruner. And I tell you, don't tell me your idea because it sounds too similar to something that we're working on. And I don't want to create conflict. That's good for you because you just walk away from that person and you go look somewhere else and you haven't shared any of your intellectual property as it may be, right? So that would be the first place to start, is by detailing out the problem that you're trying to solve. And then like how you solve it. I'm solving it with soft goods. I'm solving it with electronics, with hard goods, a product that includes welding, right? And give some generic information so that people can, attempt to visualize the space that you're in. And if you have an idea about an arborist product, you can always email me, nick@treestuff.com. I would ask you not to tell me what the product is, right? Because I am always working on stuff. And like, I don't want to, I want you to tell me you invented a pole pruner and then be disappointed that we already sell pole pruners, right?
Okay. That helps a lot, actually. I'm going to have to really grasp everything you said, and kind of walk that line. It seems like it's a line.
You want to put in the scope, like, you come to me and you have an idea. I develop that idea, take all the risk, right? Develop it, have a manufacturer partner. I produce it. I buy all the stuff. Then I sell it. You have to be very realistic about what percentage of that sale you get, right? As someone who didn't have a product, didn't know how to make it, and didn't know how to sell it. If you come and you're like, hey, Nick, I've got a product right here. You can buy it for 10 and sell it for 20. That's pretty straightforward, right? But then you're owning it and holding it, and you have insurance, and when I need 10 of them, you send me 10. You don't make me buy 1,000, right?
Right. So for instance, like Jamie, since his is more of a CNC machined type thing that's done in CAD, and I'm sure he had to work on the back end with guys who actually knew how to do that. Does he just, he basically designed it, but they refined it, and then is he happy with the tail end of what he gets at the very end of the day with that? Because nobody ever asked him that on any of the podcasts or anything.
You'd have to ask Jamie how he feels. What I would say is that Jamie Merritt had a finished product. He had something you could hold that he could throw at you and knock you unconscious with, right?
Right.
And
I remember that.
right? And it was novel. And he had a very clear understanding of how he could sell it, right? He knew that he could go produce 100 units at a machine shop and sell them online. And there was a really strong demonstrated demand for what Jamie was doing. Jamie also created grassroots marketing, a brilliant guy, right? He then went to work with Rock Exotica, who's a great partner of ours and of many people, right? And he probably did that because of what Morgan has done with them over the years and his personal relationship with Morgan. He produced the Akimbo 1 with them, and nobody had a gun to his head, and he produced the Akimbo 2. So, you know, I would ask you to infer from that his satisfaction with them, right? He had a long time to change his mind, I think. But, you know, I know the Lane brothers well, who own Rock Exotica, along with Rock Thompson, and they're fabulous people. You know, they produce everything in Ogden, Utah. So, yeah, I mean, I would think that Jamie's choices are an indicator of his satisfaction with that relationship. These are some really great questions you've got. What else? I'll make time for another question.
Okay, cool. Next question would be, you know, online, and everybody probably knows this, you know, when you're ordering arborist products online, you know, you have companies like TreeStuff and Cheryl Tree. You have all these companies, and the pricing it's almost like everybody's kind of a sister company, it seems like, on the pricing of things. How does that work? How are you related to, for instance, like Cheryl Tree, or, you know, and it seems like there's only two really big players, and it's like you're either in this camp or you're in this camp. How does that work?
Let me unpack some of that for you. So easy upfront answer. Cheryl Tree is owned by the same group that owns our business, right? Yeah. And like the people that work at Cheryl Tree, they're my friends and colleagues. Yeah. So there's nothing disingenuous happening there. I've worked with those people for longer than I've worked with any other group of people in my life, right? And they're all based out of North Carolina. So there's the answer to that question. Your other question about market pricing is not something that's about the arborist industry or about TreeStuff. It's just about something that's called MAP, which is MAP or MAPP. It's a primarily US thing called minimum advertised pricing. Manufacturers, right? So, you know, Blue Widget Company, they say you are not allowed to sell Blue Widget for less than $100. You're not allowed to market it for less than $100. That's what, you know, like if you look at this RC car here, right? Like Traxxas, you know, you will never see a Traxxas product for a different price at any company, right? You know, Petzl, DMM, all these big hardware companies, you know, Black Diamond, Arc'teryx, Patagonia, you know, any like really big brand is going to have a MAP policy in the United States where they say you can sell it for whatever you want, but you're not allowed to advertise it for this amount. And that's what that's why if you buy a Nintendo Switch, it's the same price everywhere, right? Or a Sony camera. So that's what drives that pricing consistency. There are a couple other brands and organizations that are part of our corporate umbrella, right? Like Sterling, Notch, and things like that. So you might see like consistency across those brands, but that's not intentional.
So when you get a company, for instance, like during the holidays, I noticed, you know, there would be like one company who would sell the Akimbo for like $369, and it would just come out of nowhere where they would sell it like that for like a month. And I was always thinking, I was like, well, how come they're getting like favored treatment to sell at a lower cost than everyone else who's being forced to sell them at $429 or, you know, like that? How come one company will just out of nowhere get favored treatment to sell lower?
These are interesting questions, but I have to ask, does anybody else like in the chat care about these answers? I mean, I'm happy to answer them because this is what it's my whole life, but I wonder if anybody else cares about this stuff that you're asking, but I'm sure I'm happy to answer. Okay. So to answer your question, there are.
Well, I can move on. I can go to another. I can go to the next question about just.
No. I'm going to keep answering. I want to know if the chat is interested. Is anybody else still watching, Cale, or have we lost them?
Yeah, we got people watching.
Okay, so we talked about MAP policies. That affects how retailers in all sorts of markets can sell things. There are MAP relief periods, right? So Sony tells their vendors, hey, for this 2 weeks, you can put Sony 20% off. And you'll see all the vendors are Sony 20% off during those 2 weeks. That Sony might also say, hey, you can use 2 weeks, whenever you want in the year, but only once. So you might see vendor A go 20% off that item for that month because they're trying to grab some demand or whatever. And that's regulated by the manufacturer. There are very, very tight constraints put on us by the manufacturers. And we don't have any choice, right? We're not allowed to not play the game, or else we just become not a customer of theirs, which would be, obviously unfortunate for us and for our customers.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, now that makes sense. Like, they can choose the time that they want to have that little window in the year when they want to sell it less.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, next question, quick. ISC Reflex.
What about it?
Everybody's raving about it.
Sure looks cool.
Has anybody said anything bad about it yet?
Not to me.
No, nothing?
We've sold a ton of them, by the way. So if you want one,
Really?
The line is so huge. If you buy one now, you are far behind in line no matter where you buy it. You should get it sooner than later. And we've ordered as many as we possibly can, but this is going to be a very hot commodity throughout the year.
Well, I just thought that was crazy how they just home run the first product out of the gate. And it was a home run and no issues. You know how like Rope Runner had its initial issues, and then Akimbo, the bottom bollard, they moved the spring. And I'm like, golly, these guys hit a home run out of the park the first go. I mean, how rare that is.
Well, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to compare the future performance of this item to the like documented performance of other items. Certainly people are really excited about this, but I don't know that we've gotten through where you might see a product have like launch yips.
We got to give it time.
We need to start shipping them. But that said, ISC is a great manufacturer. They've got a long history of quality. They overbuild the shit out of everything. So like, I don't think you're going to have any issues. I'm really excited for this. I don't have one yet, so I can't. If I had one, I would be more excited about it. Wink, wink, ISC.
Right. Well, I'm on the
I might be holding it up, talking about it every single week if I had one.
Right.
All right, I do got to run. Thank you so much for calling. I got to let Cale go to lunch. I got to eat my lunch. I'm not joking about my cold food, everybody. It's
okay. Just real quick, last question, super easy. Notch jet step. How do I replace the strap? It's sewed in. Mine ripped. How do I replace it?
Email me. I'll take care of you. Nick at TreeStuff.com.
Okay.
Send me a picture.
Thanks, Phil.
I'm going to forward the email to somebody else, and they're going to take care of you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Questions.
All right. Bye.
Kale, let's give away some money.
Will do.
Maybe we should do a show where people just drill with questions. That guy had he was really interested in retail.
He was, and that started also some other people asking some questions. So treestuff.com/win. If you go there, we have our weekly, you can win money. 3 people will win $100. If you can guess the product. So here's our deflated product. If you can find that product page on treestuff.com, put it in our little thing here, you are entered to win. And then on our next broadcast, we will go to this page and we will choose 3 winners to get a $100 gift card. So last week was a little different. We said, hey, find this picture from somewhere, wherever it is on the website. And we actually had 9 people get it correct. It was this one here from TCI. So congratulations to those 9 people. Let's see if my script works. Our winners are going to be...
I thought that was super easy, but I was there.
Yeah, it was super... Well, the one before that was apparently extremely difficult. So, oh. All right.
How about this? 3, 6, and 7 win, Kale. I can't see the names.
6, and 7. So that is Madeline Hoffbeck, Alex Roche, and John Graybeal. I will send you guys each a $100 gift code. So go to treestuff.com/win for this week's, if you can figure out what that is. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everybody for watching. We are going to go eat and then talk to our boss.
No, they're literally waiting. They're on a call waiting for me. I gotta go.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.